All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, yet another very important class, and you learn a lot of things today, especially uh, in D9. There are two things that are very important that we have to check, and this is with regards to marriage. Do you have good marriage in your life? And the second question is that you had a good marriage, but you destroyed that marriage with your own hands. Means the marriage was good, but you could not manage that marriage. The second thing was that you had a worst marriage yoga in the D9, a very bad marriage, but you were still able to sustain that marriage. Have you understood what I'm trying to tell you? There was a good marriage, but you did not manage it well. Okay? Like there is a good amount of wealth in your chart, but you have yoga of not being able to manage that wealth. And then that you have no wealth in your chart, but still you are able to manage many things in your life. Have you understood what I'm trying to tell you? So both these conditions can be easily seen in the Navmanch Kundli. So if a native comes to you and he tells you that, how will be my married life? You can use a statement that your married life does not look good, but you'll be able to sustain it. You'll be able to manage it. Condition number two, your married life looks good, but there are strong chances that you might destroy it yourself. There is a yoga for it. Condition number three, that your married life is bad and you will not be able to sustain it, is equal to divorce. Have you understood the theme of the class today? And I'll be explaining you the yogas for the same. In addition to that, I will also be explaining you that was it the desire of getting married fulfilled in an easy way, or there were difficulties in getting married, there were delay in getting married, and you have real hard time in getting married. So this is also something I will be covering today. In the next lecture, I will also be covering whether your spouse will cheat after the marriage or not. So that is a little complicated one, because if I give you those yogas and if you find it in your spouse chart, I mean, it's going to be like अच्छी भली चलती शादी को गुरुजी ने डिस्ट्रॉय कर दिया. Right now you will have that frame of mind कि अरे, to whom are you talking to? Show me your mobile phone. Show me your chat. But I will also teach you whether you will cheat her or she will cheat you. Okay, so I can tell you that you can also cheat. Even that yoga will also be seen in the horoscope. The next concept would be, how will be my mother-in-law seen from the Navamsha, and how will be my father-in-law seen from the Navamsha. Dipti ne kya likh diya? I will assume that my husband needs a BTR when I will see this cheating yoga in the chart. Keep saying all is well, all is well, all is well. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, that's pure Indian women, you know. Even if you see it, you want to ignore it and say, okay, maybe you need a BTR or something, which is correct. I mean, if you have a loyal husband, but who knows that you don't stay with him 24/7, 365 days, right? He can travel, you can travel. I mean, you don't share same office, right? And well, whatnot. Anyways, so let me begin this class. The first thing, and I want you to write down this in the big capital words in your notebook. For any divisional chart, the first house of that divisional chart shows the desire of that divisional chart. The first house, the Prathama Bhava of any divisional chart shows the desire of that divisional chart. So the first house of the D9 shows the desire of the marriage. The first house of the D10 shows the desire of your work, and so on. The question is, you have a desire, and how that desire will be fulfilled is seen from the Lord of the first house. Have you understood the difference? The desire of any divisional chart is seen from the Pratham Bhava, the first house, and how that desire fulfillment will happen will be seen from the Lagna Lord. Clear? No confusions? I can go ahead, right? My statements are crystal clear. I want to get married or I don't want to get married. If I want to get married, will I get married with an ease or with an extreme amount of difficulty, with lot of pressure and nonsense? Or I don't want to get married and nobody will be bothered. My parents are saying, okay, you don't want to get married, don't marry. Be easy. So many people don't get married. Just chill. Or you don't want to get married, but your parents are after your life to get married. Shadi kar, shadi kar, shadi kar. My life, our society, our family, hamari rishtedari, all the relatives are just, pissing on our face. Please get married, please get married. I am giving you 3 or 4 different statements and conditions. You want to get married, you got married easily. You want to get married, you are not getting married easily. You don't want to get married, your family is fine, don't get married. You don't want to get married, but your family is after your life to get married. 4 different situations. ऐसा ही होता है? Or there can be a 5th condition, I don't know. I mean, when I commence the class, maybe you could you could come to know कि एक 5वीं condition भी हो सकती है. It could be a 5th condition. If your lagna, I'm not saying lagna lord. What I'm saying is lagna. is having malefic influence, you have no desire to get married. Now, malefic influence is a big word. Let me first explain you what is a malefic influence. Means you have certain Shrapit yogas. For an example, you have Saturn Rahu, Saturn Ketu, Mangal Ketu, or you have Drishti of Shani on the Lagna. There's no planet on the Lagna, no planet in the Lagna. The Lagna is empty in the D9. Shani is aspecting Lagna, Mangal is aspecting Lagna, Rahu is aspecting Lagna, Ketu is aspecting Lagna, Surya is aspecting Lagna. Means the malefic planets are aspecting Lagna, or there are malefics sitting in the Lagna, or the Lagna Lord is malefic. Means what all Lagnas the Lagna Lord is malefic? Aries. Then we have Leo. Then we have Scorpio. We have Capricorn and Aquarius. These Lagna Lords are malefic. So I have given you 3-4 conditions. There is aspect of malefics on the Lagna. Maybe no planet. There is a benefic planet in the Lagna, but then there are two malefics aspecting. So malefics win and the benefic loses. That makes your Lagna malefic of D9. Whatever I'm talking of D9. Please do not confuse it with D1. Your mindset will not be to get married if your Lagna is malefic. And how your Lagna is malefic, I've explained you. Influence of malefics, conjunction of malefics. There is a benefic and a malefic. Then see who is the winner. If there is Jupiter in the Lagna or there is Moon in the Lagna with exalted Saturn, and there is an aspect of Rahu, so malefic wins. Two malefics, strong malefics. There is one Jupiter and there is an exalted Saturn with Rahu in the Lagna, malefic wins. What does this mean? You will be more career focused. You want to be something in your life. You want some money to come. You're goddamn choosy. You hate early marriages. You hate children. Means you have malefic desire. Malefic desire is never positive. Malefic desire means the desire of that chart, of that D9 divisional chart is not very strong. Malefics give you desire of money rather than family and prosperity. You don't want to get married. That means. But your Lagna Lord is benefic. Suppose you are Cancer Lagna in the Navamsha, you have Saturn and Rahu sitting in the Lagna. But the Lagna Lord is Chandra, which is a benefic, sitting with Jupiter, maybe in the fourth house, maybe in the Kendra or Trikona, or maybe in the sixth house, anywhere. Even if your marriage is delayed, even if your marriage is delayed, you will get married easily. When you wanted, अब मेरी शादी होनी चाहिए, and you start finding, शादी हो जाएगी. आपको 10 लोगों को और 10 जगह पे आपको अप्रोच नहीं करना पड़ेगा. But suppose if your Lagna Lord of Navamsha is Mars or Saturn, and they are conjunct with another malefic. Mars is conjunct with Ketu, Mars is conjunct with Saturn, Mars is conjunct with Rahu as the Lagna Lord of D9. You will touch your ears to get married. It will be very difficult to find a match for such native. I have Mars Saturn sitting in the D9 Lagna, but the Lagna Lord Mercury, I got married at the age of 34. Now the Lagna Lord Mercury should not have influence of malefics. Did you remember my statement? Lagna is the desire of that chart, and Lagna Lord is the way that desire will be fulfilled. Lagna is malefic, but the way that desire, earlier it was no desire, but now suddenly you have desire to get married. But the Lagna Lord is well placed. It is with benefic, aspected by benefic. शादी हो जाएगी. There is no planet in the Lagna. No benefic association, no malefic association. Imagine. But the Lagna Lord is with Ketu, with Rahu, with Shani, with Mangal. The way you will get married is not going to be a healthy one. It is going to be a difficult situation. मजबूरी में शादी होगी. Or it will be a marriage which is like a contract, a business contract. You send me to America, you call me to America, you have a good job there, I will come, I wish to go to abroad. And it's like a very practical contract which is happening. Clear है? कोई confusion है यहाँ पे? Any confusion till now? Lagna is malefic. Initially, there's a problem. The desire is not there, but the Lagna Lord is with benefics. You will get married, or even if you want to remain unmarried, your family will support you. Should I repeat? Lagna Lord is malefic. It is conjunct with the benefic or having association with the benefic. And that malefic is very, very strong. You don't want to get married. There's no very good desire. Either you will get married because of that benefic association, or even if you don't want to get married, your family will not be after your life. There will be no society pressure on you. ये देखो सिद्धार्थ ने क्या लिखा, देख रहे हो? केतु इन द लग्न, डिजायर खत्म कर दी. केतु इन द लग्न डिजायर खत्म कर दी. अभी तो मैं 7th हाउस पे पहुंचा नहीं, और सन और राहु की दृष्टि भी थी लगन पे. तीन तीन मेलेफिक्स की दृष्टि हो गई. नॉट मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड टू गेट मैरिड. आई डोंट वांट टू गेट मैरिड. Lagna Lord is Venus, benefic, right? I did not want to get married at all, which changed around the age of 40 and finally got married at the age of 42. Is there a benefit influence on the Venus? Is Venus associated? आ गया देखो जुपिटर. वो शादी करवाएगा ही करवाएगा. भैया कब तक बचेगा तू? For how long? For how long? I'm going to discuss 5-6 charts today. People who have desire not getting married, people who have no desire, people who have already married, the life is gone for a 6. Disaster. Yeah. So Cancer in the D9. So Moon means desire was there for marriage. But since Saturn came there, it was like pathetic. पैसा देख के शादी हो जाएगी, बिना सोचे समझे शादी हो जाएगी, फैमिली प्रेशर में शादी हो जाएगी. बोले यार बड़ा अच्छा घर है, बाद में पता लगा लड़का बेकार. गुड फैमिली, परिवार अच्छा होगा, लड़का अच्छा नहीं होगा. स्पर्श कह रहा है सैटर्न केतु जुपिटर इन दी लग्ना, बट द 7th सन एंड राहु, बट आई फील आई कैन मैरी दिस ईयर विद योर ब्लेसिंग. अब सैटर्न केतु जुपिटर, you also have to check any other benefic aspects. You want to get married, you might be delayed, but then the 7th lord, you never said who is the 7th, who is the lagna lord. And if the lagna lord is benefic and has an influence of a benefic, you will get married. Can I ask you something, everyone? यार अभी लिखो मत, मेरा दिमाग, मैं बहुत चीजें सिखाना चाहता हूं, अभी रुक जाओ. महादेव ने अगर श्वास दिए तो मैं आपके साथ हूं, बहुत कुछ सिखा के जाऊंगा. मेरा क्वेश्चन है आपसे, आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम ईच वन ऑफ यू. इफ लग्ना लॉर्ड ऑफ D9 is malefic, sitting with a malefic, what will happen? Lagna lord of D9 is malefic, sitting with the malefic, क्या होगा? Very difficult situation to get married. It's not about no marriage, तो हम इतनी जल्दी नहीं आ सकते उस पे स्वप्निल. It will be like a very bad thing, but it will be a very, very painful delayed marriage, desire may be there, but then it's not happening, it's not working out. पहला तो डिजायर ही नहीं होगा। 28-30 साल करियर 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 बनाते हैं, वो करते हैं, ये करते हैं, वहां जाते हैं जाते हैं, फिर जब शादी की याद आई तो शादी में एक्सट्रीम अमाउंट ऑफ डिले हो जाए। Abusive, Kalpana ji, you are talking about quality of marriage. I have not covered the quality of marriage yet. I have just covered two things: desire of the chart and how that desire will be fulfilled. Am I clear? Did I say quality of the marriage? Did I say you have a bad marriage or a good marriage? Did I say that you had a good marriage but you can't keep it? At times you get a very good spouse, but you are not able to manage that good spouse just because of your temperament issues and whatnot. You take your spouse as granted. अरे ये तो मुझे मिल ही गया, फिदा है मेरे पे, भगवान समझता है मेरे को, and then you take that person for granted and start giving it back to him. That's when you lose. I have seen marriages break after 20 years. I'm handling a case right now. If the divorce happens, it's few thousand crores of divorce that will happen. You must look at the chart of Miss Jeff Bezos, Mrs. Jeff Bezos, wife of Amazon founder. I don't know how much money she took from him. And people live in US might know it. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I've heard that she took a big chunk from Jeff. Nor I have her accurate chart. So this first concept of the desire of the marriage, the desire of the D9, and how that desire will be fulfilled is clear. Now comes quality of the marriage, which Kalpana ji was asking. She was telling, in fact, something. The quality of the marriage is seen from the 7th house. The quality of the 7th house is seen from, the quality of the marriage is seen from the 7th house, and the maintenance of the marriage is seen from the 7th lord. I'll repeat. The quality, the condition of the marriage is seen from 7th house. House, Saptam Bhava. But how will you maintain that? How will you sustain? How will you experience that in your life? Will be seen from the 7th lord. It was a very good marriage. You destroyed with your own hands. Look at our parents. Many of us had a very suffocating marriage, but they still was able to manage it. That management is coming from the seventh lord. And the quality is seen from the seventh house. Any confusion? कोई confusion है? My statements are crystal clear statements. I'm not speaking any confusing language. In the first 30 minutes, I told you about the desire of the Bhava and how that desire will be fulfilled. Now I'm telling quality of the marriage and how that marriage will be sustaining. The maintenance of the marriage. Would you be able to maintain it? Because nowadays you maintain your wife and you maintain your husband. कल्पना जी इज लाफिंग. आप सर्विस करते रहते हो अपने हस्बैंड की? मेंटेनेंस ठीक है? हर 10,000 किलोमीटर पे सर्विस करते हो हस्बैंड की? कि हर हफ्ते सर्विस करते हो? या हर हफ्ते इंस्पेक्शन करते हो और 15 दिन बाद सर्विस करते हो? आप में से कितनी लड़कियां, कितनी लेडीज अपने हस्बैंड की सर्विस करती हैं? हर 15 दिन में एक बार या 20 दिन में? पार्वती जी ने ऐसे ही हाथ खड़ा कर दिया. यू नो, मेंटेनेंस. और जब मैं ये सवाल किसी लड़के से पूछूंगा ना, किसी मेल से पूछूंगा, मैं ask this to a male, you know what will be his bechara answer? The bechara answer would be that my wife's maintenance cost is very high. So how do you maintain your wife? By giving her some gifts, taking her out for a dinner every week. In fact, 2 days in a week, 3 days in a week nowadays. Because if you want to have a couple of drinks in the evening, you have no way out but to equally oblige her in the evening. If she's not obliged, you can't enjoy your drinks. I'm telling you. It's over. It's finished. High maintenance marriage. But if you ask the same question to a female, she will tell you that I maintain my husband by giving him back to him every week or 10 days and making him realize what wrong, what right he's done. And then he's okay for next 6-7 days, and then the repeated checks keep happening. And once in 3 days, I also wash him completely, dry clean him as well. All that dirt which is gone in his mind has to be chopped off, has to be removed. Yes, no, maybe? You understand what I'm trying to tell you here? So if you have training the husband, oh wow. I've heard of training dogs, but this is like training husband. I don't know. Wow. So you make him sit and then give him a treat. Make him stand, give him a treat. Maybe that kind of a thing. Mugdha, you have a question in between? I might not forget anything, but you can ask. Just unmute yourself and ask.
Sir, what will be the result if one has malefic and one has benefic seventh house?
It is like Parle Ji 50-50. Sweet and salt.
But then he can also break the marriage or cannot maintain the marriage.
See, I have not given you the yogas yet. Did I tell you how the marriage will break and how it will be sustained? If you listen to that, then you can. And okay, even if I tell you those yogas, we'll have to see, is that malefic more powerful or that benefic more powerful? If the benefic is a weak benefic against that malefic yoga, then the survival of the marriage will be less because the malefic will win. For an example, if the seventh house have Mangal and Saturn, यम योग बन गया, बहुत powerful, and the Lord is also malefic, sitting with another malefic, पक्का divorce, even if the other life partner has a very very good yoga, क्योंकि वो इतना strong malefic है कि वो शादी तोड़ ही देगा.
And sun also, sir.
Sorry?
Sun in seventh house, strongly sitting.
The sun is a mild malefic, but then you have to see other yoga. See, let me first explain what is the yoga and how do we sustain.
Yes.
Usually, if we see little bit in our children's chart, then we get panic. Oh, ऐसा ना हो जाए. So just wait. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
So if the condition of the seventh house is malefic condition, means you have malefics aspecting the seventh house or malefics sitting in the seventh house. It is a bad marriage. Now, bad marriage does not mean a divorce. Means 30, 40 years you kept fighting. You know, every time I ask about your wife, she is pain. Let her be. And tell about your husband, oh no, I can't. I mean, ये तो मेरा पिछले जन्मों का, something was there. I don't know. That means a bad marriage. But if the Lord of the seventh house is a benefic or are with strong benefic only, then even if the marriage was bad, the marriage will survive. That person will be able to survive his or her marriage. He knows how to do it. But if your seventh house has so many benefits, you have Jupiter and Mercury, you have Jupiter and Venus, but the Lord of the seventh house is a malefic, or even if benefic and sitting with 2 or 3 strong malefics or drishti of couple of malefics, even though you had a very good opportunity, a very good husband or a very good wife, you destroyed your marriage. Is it clear? Or still there is a confusion? No confusion? Can I take few charts? I will first take a chart, and now this time, you want me to repeat? What do you want me to repeat, Rohit? Where did you miss me? Rohitji, where did you miss me? What was that you did not hear?
Sir, the last point. The last point. You
Which
said
one?
that the Lord of seventh
Tell me
house.
the point before the last point.
The Lord of seventh house, if it is a malefic or a benefic, and sitting with malefics, so
It is
that
if the seventh lord becomes malefic. I will easier the statement. So seventh lord was benefic and it became malefic. He will become malefic only if it is in the influence of malefics. The seventh lord was malefic and it again conjoined another malefic. Destroyed, pakka divorce. If the seventh lord is malefic but has conjoined or has an effect of a strong benefic, you will be able to sustain the marriage. The first chart I'm going to show you is the chart. Now in this class, I have done a special setting of my software where neither you people will see the date of the birth of those people, nor you will see their names. Because this is the data from my consultations and few of my friends and relatives, and I want to keep their identity as confidential. But the charts will be shown to you. So in your software, there is a setting by which you can remove the name and the date of birth. You can have place of birth. If you want to remove place of birth also, we can remove that also. This is the first chart. This native was born locally somewhere, or even if you want, I can remove the birth city and the state also. Okay, you can remove that. Does this person wants to get married? फटाफट से बताइए.
Difficult, Guruji.
Why?
Well, Lord is retrograde, having influence of Ketu, Mars.
परवीन जी, मेरा क्वेश्चन है, does this person wants to get married? I mean desire.
That is there. That is there. Sorry.
How? How that is there?
Because I think how Jupiter retrograde है, फिर भी वो benefit तो है ना.
प्रभु जी, राहु की दृष्टि है?
राहु की दृष्टि है, जी.
प्रभु जी, लग्न पे राहु की दृष्टि है. Is राहु aspecting the लग्न?
Yes, Guruji hai.
Beside Rahu, is there any benefic aspecting the lagna? शनि की दृष्टि है लगन पे? Come on, guys.
Yes, Guruji, it's the Rashi of the Saturn.
10th है ना, 10th दृष्टि है.
शनि की दृष्टि आ गई, राहु की दृष्टि आ गई, तो लग्न मेलेफिक हुआ कि बेनिफिक हुआ?
मेलेफिक होगी.
देखो, ये पर्सन 35-36 साल का होने वाला है. Till the age of 34, he wants money, he wants to settle, he wants to earn. The parents were after his life, get married, get married, get married. In fact, now he's touching 38. मैं करता हूं, I do this, I do that. Now he wants to get married. Look at the Lagna Lord, conjunct Mars and Ketu. He has seen almost 200 girls and has met on all social media platforms. He has paid me for more than 150 matchmakings. How many matchmakings? 150 matchmaking consultations this person has taken from me. And where I have also said that yes, this is the match, go ahead and get married. And at 99%, when the roka is about to happen, or a marriage is, or a ring ceremony is about to happen, the marriage breaks. The commitment breaks. It's not that I have denied 150 matchmakings. I said, yes, this is the right match. Kar le shadi. And at times the girl is saying no. Some inquiry happens and it is negative. I'm not getting married. What is the avastha of what is the quality of the marriage for this nectar? Batao. What is the quality? 7th house की condition क्या है? Any malefic दृष्टि? किसकी malefic दृष्टि है? Any malefic दृष्टि?
केतु की है गुरुजी।
है गुरुजी।
विकास जी, हम राशि दृष्टि नहीं लेंगे यहाँ पे। ग्रह
मार्स गुरुजी, मार्स।
केतु की है।
मार्स की नहीं, केतु की है।
मार्स
केतु की,
कहाँ से आ गई?
केतु की है।
मार्स की कौन सी दृष्टि? किसने बोला मार्स की दृष्टि?
केतु एंड जुपिटर।
मार्स की दृष्टि किसने बोला?
सर मैंने बोला, सॉरी।
ओह अच्छा, आप न्यू स्टूडेंट हो चित्रा।
यस।
आप सॉरी मत बोलो, आपको माफ है। नहीं तो मैं अभी किसी से कुछ गिफ्ट करवाना था, अपने कोरियर करवाता, भैया ये भेज दो, 5-10 हजार रुपया फाइन। कोई बात नहीं। चित्रा जी, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है हमारे परिवार में।
थैंक यू गुरुजी, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
केतु की दृष्टि है,
जुपिटर।
बृहस्पति की दृष्टि है। सो यहाँ पर केतु की दृष्टि ज्यादा पावरफुल है कि जुपिटर की दृष्टि ज्यादा पावरफुल है?
केतु।
केतु की होगी गुरुजी,
वाई?
क्योंकि जुपिटर वैसे ही रेट्रोग्रेड है, हैविंग लॉट ऑफ कार्मिक दिस थिंग, तो वो मेरे हिसाब से केतु इज मोर पावरफुल।
बृहस्पति अपने मित्र मंगल के साथ गुरु मंगल योग बना रहा है,
ओह यस।
एंड जुपिटर इज मोर पावरफुल हियर। और उसके ऊपर चंद्रमा का भी एस्पेक्ट है ऑब्वियसली। चाहे बृहस्पति मरण कारक स्थान पे है, भाव अवस्था ऑफ जुपिटर इज नॉट गुड, बट द दृष्टि ऑफ जुपिटर इज ऑलवेज पावरफुल। So Jupiter Drishti is there, benefic Lagna. The Lagna Lord, will he be able to maintain his marriage?
लॉस के घर में जा रहा है 12th हाउस में।
No, 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 no. मैंने तो आपको कुछ समझाया ही नहीं ऐसा कि सप्तम भाव का स्वामी 6, 8, 12 में जा रहा है या 3 में जा रहा है। My only explanation was, is Mercury influenced by malefics? क्या मरकरी को किसी मेलेफिक ने खराब किया? वो बाद की बात है, वो 6, 8, 12 में गया या 3, 6, 9 में कहां गया? दैट्स नॉट द क्वेश्चन। आई एम आस्किंग, हैज मरकरी बीन इन्फ्लिक्टेड? उसको एफ्लिक्ट
No.
किया किसी ने?
नहीं,
नहीं है।
नो एफ्लिक्शन। सो ही विल बी एबल टू sustain his marriage, but the problem is in getting married. Because Rashi Drishti is not desire. Rashi Drishti is a Drishti which is a forced Drishti. It is a forced Drishti. So in Navamsha, in marriage, we always talk about Rashi Drishti, the desire. Am I clear? Okay? He's just standing and looking at the class. Anyway, he's learning. He's learning.
Hi, Ranvijay.
Hi. Okay, so he's learning. So, no graha drishti. no Rashi Drishti, only Graha Drishti. The Graha Drishti is our desire. All the pain will come from Graha Drishti. कहां पर है? कौन लिख रहा है शनि हैज अ ग्रह दृष्टि ऑन द 7th हाउस? कौन लिखा है? किसने लिखा? वर्षा. Saturn has graha drishti on the 7th house. Where is the graha drishti of Saturn on the 7th house? कहाँ है?
सर D9 चार्ट में
कहाँ है?
सेटअप
हम तो बात ही D9 की कर रहे हैं. कहाँ है शनि की दृष्टि?
जब
D1 में
डुअल
भी
साइन में
सॉरी,
तो शनि डुअल साइन में है और 7th हाउस में भी डुअल साइन है.
बेटा वो राशि दृष्टि होती है. यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट राशि दृष्टि. I am saying that you are not supposed to take Rashi Drishti, you are supposed to take Graha Drishti. Graha Drishti 3, 7 और 10 होती है. और
जी जी
राशि दृष्टि में all dual signs will aspect all the dual signs. Am I clear? वर्षा क्लियर है कि नहीं?
नहीं
Sorry?
गुरुजी, जैसे
नहीं?
आपने जी कि आपने बोला था ना कि प्लेनेट दृष्टि इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन.
जी. सो प्लैनेट दृष्टि इसकी है 6th हाउस पे, 10th हाउस पे एंड लगन पे. शनि की प्लैनेटरी दृष्टि. ये
ओके
जो दृष्टि आप बोल रहे हो 7th हाउस पे, ये राशि दृष्टि है. इज
ओके
इट
सर,
क्लियर?
क्लियर है. जी जी.
ओके, ऑलराइट, ऑलराइट, नो प्रॉब्लम. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड द सिनेरियो इन दिस चार्ट? यस, नो, मे बी. एक और चार्ट देखते हैं. This chart is a chart of a native. Tell me, what is the desire to get married? बताइए. How many malefics or benefics are aspecting the lagna?
Jupiter and Moon is also in the Lagna. So benefic aspect is high, so the desire is high.
Rahu is also aspecting the
Rahu is
Lagna.
also aspecting, Saturn is also aspecting.
And Capricorn is the Lagna जो अपने आप में ही एक it's not a good Lagna.
प्रभु जी, प्रभु जी, प्रभु जी, हमने दूसरे स्टेप पे नहीं जाना. I have not asked you how
Sorry,
will
Guruji.
be the marriage, what will
Sorry.
be the way. My question is, what is the desire?
डिजायर कम हो गए गुरुजी.
Exalted Rahu है.
जी.
इनकी
Guruji,
एज होगी
benefit
40.
more. It will
Sorry?
be high desire. It will be good desire because Jupiter की भी दृष्टि और Moon भी है. So 2 benefic versus 1 malefic. And then Saturn की भी है. Saturn is
One malefic,
Malefic
दो
also, no? Two
malefics है.
malefic.
हाँ, 2
Rahu,
malefic.
Shani.
But Saturn is debilitated, right? Looking at the
It is debilitated and retrograde.
Hmm.
so it will behave like exalted.
जान आ गई ना उसमें.
जी.
Till the age of 36, she had no desire to get married. And after the age of 36, when Saturn forgived, suddenly the native want to get married. Now, the Lagna Lord is a malefic. And it is a strong malefic. Any benefic drishti on the Lagna Lord?
Jupiter is there?
नहीं.
Sorry.
हाँ.
नहीं है. Sorry.
कहाँ?
नहीं है, नहीं
लग्न लॉर्ड पे कोई बेनिफिक ग्रह की दृष्टि है?
नहीं है, नहीं है।
नहीं है, नहीं है।
कि मून की कैसे हो गई? नो, नो, इट इज नॉट देयर. She is touching 42, 41. She's not getting the match. Not the match. Did you get it?
The promise of marriage is gone then.
मेरे हिसाब से there are many reasons of promise of marriage is gone, because if you go to the D1 chart, the 7th lord is an Atmakara Graha
Hmm.
sitting in the 4th house.
जी.
That's a disaster.
Hmm.
Atmakarak sitting in the 7th house or 7th lord and Atmakarak is a disaster. And especially it is corresponding with these yogas. Are you getting my point or not? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, Guruji.
समझ रहे हो आप?
जी गुरुजी.
Everything has to be complemented, backed up by various yogas. This is another chart. Will the marriage happen? Will the marriage happen? What is the condition of the Lagna?
The malefic is very strong. Exalted Saturn in the Lagna.
Exalted Saturn?
राहु दृष्टि again.
राहु की दृष्टि भी है।
नहीं,
Rahu Drishti is there?
और कोई मेले बेनिफिक ग्रह की दृष्टि भी नहीं है।
Will the marriage happen? So desire of the marriage is not there. Desire is not there.
Hmm.
Second question, will the marriage happen? Look
No.
at the Lord.
Yes, Guruji. The Venus is in the Swarashi.
Venus Swarashi Ashtam Bhava
It is 8th house.
got married at the age of 24.
And sir, 7th lord in D1 Saturn is also Dharakarak.
Correct. So we'll come to Dharakarak things. I have those things in mind, and that is another thing. Because position of Dharakarak is very important. And the conjunction of Dharakarak with Lagna Lord or with the Lagna is not considered good. I'll tell you later on. वो कैसे होता है. Now, what is life after marriage? 7th house is aspected by
Saturn.
Saturn, exalted Saturn.
केतु की भी दृष्टि है।
केतु की भी दृष्टि है सप्तम भाव के ऊपर.
जी.
शनि, उच्च के शनि की दृष्टि है. Will it be a good marriage?
No.
No. No. Will she be able to sustain the marriage?
Difficult.
Yes, Guruji. Mars is with Moon, benefic.
Aspected by Ketu
Aspected
and
by
Shani.
Hmm.
Aspected, fifth aspect of Ketu and third aspect of exalted Shani on the 7th malefic graha. After 16 years of marriage, she became widow. Husband died. Husband expired.
ये अकेला मून वहां कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता।
क्या करेगा यार, अकेला
हम्म।
चंद्रमा, वो भी फंसा हुआ।
Saturn and
कल शनि
Ketu।
केतु तीनों ने घेर के मारा उसको।
जी।
I can teach you Navamsha for 1 year. इतना कुछ है उसमें। Did you get the clarity of what I want to teach you?
जी।
मैरिज कंसल्टेशंस में आपका हाथ स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए इस क्लास के बाद। And I tell you that if you apply this to 1000 charts, it will be accurate on 1000 charts, not on 9999. This technique will be working on 100% ratio, not 99%. आज इतना ही करें, ठीक है? दीपाल जी, क्या सवाल आप?
मुझे बस एक क्वेश्चन है मुझे. So, like sometimes when you have like these marriage charts, right? The chart of a girl might.
आवाज कम आ रही मुझे। हाँ जी।
If there is like when you have chart of this couple together, right? तो उसमें girl के chart में मान लो Jupiter in the 7th house या like ऐसे good yogas
रुको
है.
रुको रुको
Like
रुको
and
रुको
then
रुको रुको, दिखाई देते हैं। थक गया था तो नहीं दिखाया। ये पत्नी है, ये पति है, ठीक है? अब दोनों का दिखाओ मुझे क्या सिनेरियो है। पहले पत्नी का देखते हैं। Desire is there to get married.
yeah, Sun malefic here in the Lagna, but the
Jupiter Mercury का aspect है।
yeah Jupiter Mercury का भी aspect
जुपिटर
है.
नीच हो उच्च हो फर्क नहीं पड़ता। जुपिटर का एस्पेक्ट रेट्रोग्रेड, उच्च नीच, कंबस्ट जुपिटर, द एस्पेक्ट इज ऑलवेज गुड, याद रखना है। जुपिटर मर्करी एस्पेक्टिंग लगना, she wants to get married.
Yeah,
Did she get married?
she would have.
Moon is there, debilitated.
Yeah.
Any aspect of malefic?
Retro Saturn.
Sorry,
No,
नहीं
no Guruji.
no aspect. ऐसे quickly 20 दिन में शादी हो गई। Boy came, 20 days, got married. Let's come to the how will be the marriage? Jupiter Mercury.
Yeah, it's good.
Fantastic.
Benefit. Yeah, benefits. Yeah.
Benefits.
Yeah.
The Lord of the 7th house, will she be able to sustain it? Saturn.
Retro.
Is there any benefic aspecting Saturn?
Yeah, Venus, not Venus. Sorry, no Venus.
Nothing.
Nothing.
नहीं
Nothing.
A good marriage, a gifted marriage, she's going to make it a hell. Husband. Wanted to get married? No. sun was there,
Oh,
Mars and Saturn
Rahu
position.
राहु है, राहु की दृष्टि है.
That's fine.
Yeah.
शनि मंगल की दृष्टि है.
Don't want to get married, maybe get married, fine. Doesn't get married, fine. Okay. How powerful is the Lagna Lord placed?
स्वराशि का. Yeah. It's
Swarashi,
very.
Chaturtha Bhava.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Even if Saturn Drishti is there, it will not work because Jupiter is very powerful.
In
Yeah.
the fourth house, in the Kendra.
Kendra, Swarashi, Braspati, Lagna Lord, making a Panch Mahapurush Raj Yoga.
Yes.
शनि की दृष्टि काम नहीं करेगी, शादी हो जाएगी. What is marriage?
कोई और malefic भी तो नहीं है ना, बस एक Saturn ही है ना.
Correct.
तो one. Yeah.
How will be the marriage?
Bad Mars Saturn है. in the seventh.
Disaster?
But that's his perspective about that, right?
Disaster?
Correct.
I'm talking about quality. I did not talk about perspective.
Okay.
I never talk about his perspective. I said the quality of the marriage is seen from Saptam Bhava.
Yeah. Bad marriage.
7th house Mars भी तो वो होता है ना. I'm guess.
छोड़ दो सारी बातें, खराब है ना.
Yeah.
जी
You are Jyotish Acharya, Nakshatra student, past student. It's a bad 7th house.
Even Sun has a malefic also has a drishti. So all malefic का दृष्टि है in the sun.
ठीक है, केतु का दृष्टि भी आ गया उसके ऊपर.
Correct.
Where is the Lord gone? कहाँ गया Lord?
What?
Mercury,
Mercury.
8th house,
Jupiter का दृष्टि.
aspected by Jupiter.
Aspected by Jupiter.
ये बंदा पूरी कोशिश करेगा मैरिज बचाने की.
करेगा.
इस लड़की की वजह से इसके सैटर्न की वजह से इसकी लाइफ खराब हो रही है. दिख रहा है मैरिज हो गई, मैरिज खराब है, एंड ही इज ट्राइंग टू सेव इट. अब बताओ मैरिज बचेगी?
यही तो क्वेश्चन है कि अगर मेल गर्ल या
होल्ड ऑन, मेरे हिसाब से नहीं बचेगी. आई गिव यू एडवांस आंसर. टेल मी व्हाई. What will he alone do when his own married life is kharab and she is not able to sustain it? She is not sustaining. इसकी मैरिज तब बचती अगर यहां पर खराबी ना होती और यहां पर भी खराबी ना होती. So there are two wrong things and one right thing.
yeah.
So two wrong things plus one right thing is wrong.
But we'll also see the dasha, right? Like the guy is running a Jupiter dasha, wherein Jupiter Swarashi ka strong बैठा हुआ है. So like the desired fulfillment and the like the sustenance of the marriage वो करेगा. But as soon as like some other different AD आ जाएगा तो बेकार हो जाएगा.
बिल्कुल. कब तक बचेगा? चतुर्थ भाव, घर खराब होना है, मंगल केतु.
Yeah, Jupiter Mars में शायद ये प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा करेगा because like then the AD will destroy it.
इन लॉस के साथ रिश्ते खराब हैं.
Yeah. अमावस्या योगा.
इन लॉस doesn't mean mother father. Mother father का रिश्ते ठीक हो सकते हैं. कोई साला, कोई साली, कोई इस तरह कोई relationship that will create lot of chaos.
Yeah. I mean there's अमावस्या yoga, so the whole family extended family is considered like torturous for him.
Yep. And look at the girl. Girl is also running not a bad dasha. It's a good dasha.
Yeah, वही Venus का दशा है.
But शनि का ढैया चल रहा है. मार्च 2025 से पहले ही उड़ा सकता है शादी. चतुर्थ ढैया चल रहा है.
So she's like just emotionally अपने आप को hurt करके she's hurting the marriage.
No. I should have tell you one more rule. If anyone who has sun in the lagna in the navamsha, हाथ खड़ा करो. Anyone who has sun in the lagna in the navamsha.
Right.
ये कौन है? पारुल जी has sun in the lagna in the navamsha. Varsha has sun in the lagna in the navamsha. Praveen ji has sun in the Lagna in the Navamsha. Suresh has sun in the Lagna in the Navamsha. Raman has sun in the Lagna in the Navamsha. आप लोग अपने स्पाउस पे तरस खाया करो, उन्हें डोमिनेट मत किया करो. You
सही
people
बात है।
are dominating on your spouse. Yes or no?
यस
बाकी भी बोल दो.
जी गुरुजी।
जी गुरुजी।
अब
गुरुजी
वो
मेरी मिसेस का भी लग्न में सन बैठा है, तो वो भी मुझे डोमिनेट करते हैं।
राम बचाए जोड़िए कंधा है कोड़ी. So whenever you have sun in the Lagna, you are a dominating husband or a dominating wife. I also have sun in the Lagna. And I am little dominating because of Aries Lagna as well. We can talk about that, Parvati, someday. But sun, and look at where we have sun. The girl has sun in the Lagna.
Yeah.
The boy has sun in the Lagna.
Hmm.
They will try to dominate each other like anything. They will try to dominate each other like anything. They'll try to superimpose their things on each other. I will teach you how will you get respect in your in-laws, with your in-laws, respect you or not. ये सब भी योग सिखाऊंगा आपको. But ये marriage तो disaster है, पारुल जी. यही सवाल थे ना आपके?
यही था कि I mean if the girl is running a decent dasha, right, and boy की भी दशा अच्छी चल रही होगी तो तब तक वो sustain हो जाएगी, लेकिन as soon as
10 साल बाद divorce हो जाएगा.
हाँ वही
शनि
switch
आ
हो
रहा उसका.
जाएगा.
शनि आ रहा उसका. जुपिटर जाएगा 10-12 साल बाद, शनि आएगा 12 साल बाद डिवोर्स हो जाएगा.
And Guruji, when I talked about sun, right? Sun in the 7th, आपने बोला था कि dharma will save the marriage if you have sun in the 7th house. But वहीं पर ये when you are showing sun in the lagna, like that dominance will break the marriage.
Dominance will break the marriage. But you can't take one statement, Parvati. I said there should be malefic 7th house, and the 7th lord is in an influence of malefics or malefic.
Yeah. Guruji, someday you should teach us the perspective also, because see, like I have a chart Jupiter in the 7th house. So from the person who has Jupiter in the 7th, from their perspective, marriage is very good. कोई ज़्यादा malefic की कोई दृष्टि नहीं है. But then the partner has like Saturn, Mercury, या Saturn, Mars, कुछ तो है. Then the perspective.
Jupiter in the 7th house, your husband or your spouse will treat you as a god.
Yeah.
This is the statement I used in my previous class. जब उसने आपको भगवान ही मान लिया तो बेचारा क्या करेगा?
Yeah, Guruji, I would like to definitely know कि I mean perspective कैसे देखते हैं शादी का? I mean, how is that different than the desire and the quality?
I will come to that. I will come to the karma of the marriage, prarabdha of the marriage. You will get these answers from this.
Thank you, Guruji.
Sir, can I ask one question, sir?
You can ask two.
Thank you, sir. I just want to know if son has sun in the lagna and husband, the girl has sun in the lagna and husband has sun in the 7th house.
Yeah.
Then what can be the effect?
The only thing is the girl who has sun in the lagna, she is trying to dominate her internally, secretly, and the boy who has 7th sun means that there is a malefic sitting in the 7th house. If there is no benefic association, it makes marriage bad. And if the dispositor of the sun of the boy's chart is also influenced by malefics, the marriage will be problematic.
It's sun only. It's sun only. And Jupiter has aspect on this
So then
sun.
marriage is fine, but how will the marriage sustain will depend on the dispositor of the sun, which
Sun
I explained
dispositor is sun.
himself. So
Sun
that means
itself.
the marriage will survive.
Then how can that be explained, sir? Marriage will survive? Because
Because
it's a
the
strong
malefic
sun.
is there, but it is aspected by the benefic. Jupiter is benefic. Jupiter is aspecting sun.
Yes, but it's its own sign. Sun is in own sign. So it will be a more stronger effect like that.
What stronger effect? I'm saying sun is of the own sign, but Jupiter has aspect on it.
Yes.
It will survive the marriage until and unless there are malefic aspects on sun.
Okay.
So then there's a tug of war. Who wins? Malefics win or the benefics win? If malefics win, sooner or later, maybe 5 years, 8 years, 10 years down the line, it will end up in a divorce.
That's for sure.
Yeah, sure. Yes, the Parivartan
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
yogas
sir.
will definitely save and break the marriages. Yes, Shantanu.
सर अभी आपने बताया था जो अपन ने चार्ट देखा था इसमें सेवेंथ लॉर्ड सैटर्न नाइन्थ हाउस में बैठा था। अगर मान लीजिए मून उसके साथ होता तो वो बेनिफिक होता, तो क्या अपन
बेनिफिट
उसको
होता, बिल्कुल
अगर
बेनिफिट होता।
इफ वी टेक बेनिफिट मून बट इट विल मेड अ विश योग देयर, कैन वी कंसीडर इट?
योग बनाता, शादी चलती रहती, जहर घुलता रहता।
मतलब कि लड़ाई झगड़ा होता है लेकिन शादी मेंटेन रहती है एक तरह से।
बिल्कुल
ओके, थैंक यू।
मेंटेन रहती, बच जाती।
ओके सर, थैंक यू
और
सर।
एक भी और मेलेफिक का कोई संबंध बनता तो गई शादी।
जी जी, थैंक यू सर।
यस दीप्ति।
हरे कृष्णा सर।
हरे कृष्णा बेटा।
सर सर जब हम D2 से वेल्थ देखते हैं, हम D3 से सिबलिंग्स देखते हैं, D4 से हम व्हीकल्स देखते हैं, तो हम D7 क्यों नहीं देखते मैरिज के लिए, हम D9 क्यों देखते हैं?
देखिए, जो आपका, आप अपने हस्बैंड को क्या बोलते हो? सोलमेट। आप सोलमेट किसी और को बोल सकते हो? यूजली आप कहते हो मेरा हस्बैंड मेरा सोलमेट है। जब आपको आपका हस्बैंड सोलमेट नहीं मिलता तो आप डॉग को, ब्रदर को, सिस्टर को, फ्रेंड को सोलमेट बना लेते हो। केवल विवाह एक ऐसी चीज है जो भाग्य से मिलती है, बाकी सारी चीजें आपको अपने कर्मों से भी प्राप्त हो सकती है। ये बात आप याद रखिएगा, क्योंकि शिव को शक्ति शक्ति के भाग्य से मिला। उसके बाद जो सर्कमस्टांसेस हुए, आपका घर, आपकी गाड़ी, ये सब चीजें आप भगवान से मांग सकते हो, भगवान दे देंगे। लेकिन आपका लाइफ पार्टनर और आपके बच्चे, ये दो चीजें ऐसी हैं, अगर तो आपके भाग्य में है तो आपको मिलेंगी, नहीं तो आप जितना मर्जी जोर लगा लो नहीं मिलेगी। तो भाग्य के साथ सबसे बड़ी एसोसिएशन वाली जो चीज है वो 9th हाउस है, और 9th हाउस की माइक्रोस्कोपिक डायसेक्शन नवमांश।
सर जो मुझे अब तक अंडरस्टैंडिंग थी शायद वो ये थी कि हमारा जो कार्मिक पार्टनर होता है, जिसके साथ हमारा कर्म जुड़ा है, जो हम ऑन अ डेली बेसिस हम दे रहे हैं और ले रहे हैं, वो मैरिज होती है। और जो हमारा सोलमेट होता है वो हमारी सिस्टर भी हो सकती है, वो हमारे फ्रेंड्स हो सकते हैं, जो हमारी सोल को थोड़ा
बिल्कुल,
सा एलिवेट करें।
लेकिन भगवान ने उसको इनिशियली काल पुरुष कुंडली में सोलमेट माना था, हमने उसको कार्मिक पार्टनर बनाया क्योंकि हमारे प्रारब्ध बुरे हैं। आपको लगता है कि मां पार्वती और शिव जी के बीच में कोई भी काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह होगा? नेवर।
सर दरअसल मैंने ये क्वेश्चन इसलिए पूछा है क्योंकि D9 अगर हमारा सोल का चार्ट है और सोल हमारी अकेली बॉर्न हुई है, अपने कर्म करने के लिए born
हमारे प्रारब्ध का चार्ट है, इमीडिएट प्रारब्ध।
हुई है।
आपका
इसलिए
प्रारब्ध आपके लाइफ पार्टनर के साथ, माँ बाप के साथ आप कितना समय बताते हो? 5, 10 साल, 15 साल। 15 साल के बाद आपके बच्चे इंडिपेंडेंस मांगने लगते हैं, प्राइवेसी मांगने लगते हैं, और आप धीरे धीरे अपने माँ बाप से दूर हो जाते हो। अपने स्पाउस को आपको 40-50 साल झेलना पड़ता है।
जी।
तो आपका प्रारब्ध किसके साथ ज्यादा हुआ? सबसे ज्यादा कार्मिक सेटलमेंट किसके साथ ज्यादा हुआ?
स्पाउस के साथ।
इसीलिए हमें प्रारब्ध का चार्ट उठाना है। वैसे तो D4 भी प्रारब्ध का चार्ट है, लेकिन उसमें व्हीकल नहीं देखते हैं। व्हीकल को देखने के लिए D16 चार्ट है, D16। D4 चार्ट हम डेस्टिनी और प्रॉपर्टी के लिए देखते हैं, which I will be teaching.
थैंक यू सर। हरे कृष्णा।
नीति कह रही है, हरे कृष्णा गुरु जी, 7th लॉर्ड बीइंग बाधक सिटिंग exalted with 2 malefics। हाँ, खराब हो गया ना मैरिज, 2 malefics का इन्फ्लुएंस आ गया और बाधक भी है, और 2 इन्फ्लुएंस आ गए, तो विवाहिक जीवन के सुख को खराब कर दिया। मैंने छोटी क्लास लगाएंगे, लेकिन चलो, जैसे जाहि विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि रही गए। Had a really bad sour throat. I just took a painkiller before the class.